Hi, welcome back to episode 3, so to speak, of the Rogue One project. And the reason why this is an ongoing series of art is because I am a horrible singer, although I am pretty good at costuming and things like that. So we'll get into me dressing up at a later time, I'm sure. But for this particular episode, we're going to be just rocking on the portrait of Jyn Erso. Always fun to be drawing the lovely ladies, and I'm starting with some of the darker areas and knocking in the shadows and the highlights, and it was a lot of fun for the folks who were following me on Facebook as well, because they were able to interact with me directly and ask questions, and we do movie quotes and things like that, as opposed to just the typical time-lapse drawing. There I'm showing the Barrel Prismacolor pencil. A lot of professional artists like myself use them, and I use these same pencils and the same technique that you're seeing actually in lots of the professional artwork that I do for Lucasfilm, DC Comics, Marvel, Playboy, Dragon Ball Z, Lord of the Rings, you name it. I have been fortunate enough to work on those projects, whether it be movies, games, limited edition prints, and such like that. So remember, when you're working on portraits and things such as this, that you're paying attention to the eyes especially, but pretty much every element. Noses on women, especially in pinup art, they need to be dainty and delicate. They can't be a dominant feature unless, of course, you're painting Cyrano de Bergerac and excuse me, got a big killer schnoz that's part of it. But for a piece like this, you certainly don't want the character to end up looking like Pinocchio, so let's keep the nose realistic and reasonable, and the lips, of course, nice and moist and kissable and that sort of thing. You want your art, if you're going for this sort of style, obviously, to be kind of realistic. Let's face it, we're not doing cartoon art here. We're not doing comic book style. This is a more movie poster type of rendition of the character. So make sure you look back at your source material quite a bit when you're working on projects like this. And like when I'm working on the walkers that you see in here, notice that they're not super dark. They're supposed to be in the background. They're supposed to be shrouded in mist. They're kind of coming out of an exploding area, and I'm just knocking in a couple of the troopers, and there'll be some explosions and some splash. But although I could draw every little detail where you could see the eye color of these guys, that's not the point. They're not the focal point. So keep that in mind when you're working on these projects. And please stay tuned for more on this series, and subscribe to the channel, and make sure you ask questions in the comments below. Thanks a lot.